Coming up next on Good Morning El Paso, parents in the El Paso district will have to wait to find out if their child's school will actually close down. The latest on the district's plan to deal with the declining enrollment coming up.
Is watching the movie 50 Shades of Grey a sin? According to Bishop Seitz, it is. We caught up with people who saw the movie overnight, what they had to say. Also,
I'm a little bit nervous. We have some damage here, and the next storm will definitely be worse.
As if this week's winter storm wasn't enough, the Northeast is expected to be slammed again, this time with hurricane-force winds.
Your complete Storm Track weather coverage is next.
Live, where news comes first. From the Mesilla Valley and Las Cruces to El Paso and the borderland. This is ABC7's Good Morning El Paso.
Rise and shine, and thanks for watching us here on Good Morning El Paso. I'm Stephanie Valle.
And I'm Floren. Good morning, everyone. We made it to the end of the work week, so what can we expect weather-wise as we head into Valentine's Day and the all-important weekend?
Exactly. A lot of people probably have some nice outdoor plans. Crystal, you've been pushing those picnics.
Oh yeah, I'm talking going outdoors this weekend. Picnics, hikes, you can do it all on your Valentine's Day. But before we get to that, we've got to get to your Friday forecast. Clouds and radar showing us that it's a nice clear start to your day. Friday's going to be almost as good as Saturday, although today's our warming day, so temperatures won't be quite as high. So a clear clouds and radar map is what we're dealing with, and temperatures, well, they've started to cool. We're now at 36 in El Paso. Winds are at 3 miles per hour. Las Cruces at 32, and it does feel like 27. So bundle up this morning. It's cold out there. Some of us feeling like we're at or below freezing temperatures. But this afternoon, we are on the rise from what we saw yesterday. We'll talk about how high temps go today, Saturday, and your Sunday up in just a few minutes.
Looking forward to it. Thanks so much, Crystal. Well, while the borderland gets to enjoy those 70-degree temps that Crystal was talking about, it won't be a very pleasant Valentine's Day elsewhere. Massachusetts has so much snow right now, the National Guard is having to help out. There are new warnings this morning about the frigid temperatures moving into 14 states as far south as Georgia. And moving in behind all that cold air, a Valentine's Day storm.
This is my fourth double shift in a row.
It's hard. It's like an obstacle course over here. You have to, cross further into the street, so that makes it difficult.
I'm a little bit nervous. We have some damage here, and the next storm will definitely be worse.
And as that storm rushes up the Massachusetts coast, many could be dealing with hurricane-force winds tomorrow.
No consolidations or closures of schools, at least for now. That was presented to the Board of Managers by the El Paso School District Administration yesterday. The Jacobs 2014 plan states EPISD would spend $1.5 billion over 10 years if everything was kept as is. The cost would drop down to $852 million if EPISD followed through on the recommended closures. District Superintendent Juan Cabrera says the board needs more time to go over the results before deciding on anything. The board wants 60 days to develop a 5 to 7 year plan for the modernization of facilities.
That data is just raw engineering data. We're going to take that and put all of our academic might on top of that and try to see what we can do to hopefully improve upon the picture that Jacobs painted and create a different plan which includes input from all across the district.
Board member Ed Archuleta wanted to remind the public that this can't be sugarcoated. Consolidations and closures are unavoidable. Cabrera says if this would go to a bond election, voters could see this on their ballots in 2016. The Andros High School soccer player arrested by school police is now out of jail. ABC7 confirmed 18-year-old Cesar Ramirez has already bonded out. He's charged with assault causing bodily harm. It's all because of that melee on the soccer field at Jefferson High School last week. We have the affidavit that states Edgar Perez from Jefferson was in a fight with one of the Andros players. When Perez was knocked down to his hands and knees, Ramirez allegedly ran up to Perez and kicked him in the face. The affidavit states a witness saw Ramirez run back to the Andros bench and put on a sweatshirt to hide the number on his jersey. 6 students from each team were suspended. EPISD says it does not expect more arrests.
3 middle school students are expected to be okay, thankfully, after the bus they were riding in was rear-ended by a van. It happened yesterday on Robert E. Lee near the entrance to Fort Bliss. The spokesman for the El Paso School District says the bus was hit after picking up students at Ross Middle School. We are told the students were taken to the hospital as a precaution. After only 3 weeks on the job, the county's new chief administrator is already talking changes. Steve Norwood doesn't even have a permanent office yet, but work is already underway to shift staff and the workflow of county government. The new office of the chief administrator will have a total of 11 employees. Most will be shifted and consolidated from other departments. They've all been budgeted for and will help Norwood in working towards an important goal, streamlining county government.
Absence of a chief administrator, someone sort of like the traffic cop to run the day-to-day operations. In the absence of that individual, we created committees, and we have governing by committee. That's what we have done all these years.
Escobar says this should increase transparency and accountability and also save money.
A buzz that started with a book hits the big screen this weekend, but not everyone's looking forward to seeing 50 Shades of Grey.
Apparently not. Good morning, El Paso's Luke Liddon is live right now to explain. Good morning, Luke.
Good morning, Hillary and Stephanie. I don't think I'm going to be seeing the movie this weekend, but I know a lot of people did see it last night in the midnight premiere, and they had a lot of mixed reactions. Last night there were even protests in Wisconsin, people picketing the film because they say it promotes abuse and domestic violence. Some saying the movie should already be banned in the theaters before even a full day of release. And Bishop Sites here in El Paso also expressed his unhappiness with the film, saying, quote, "The problem with 50 Shades of Grey is that it glorifies sexual gluttony. To be a consumer of pornography is to participate in it, and that's a sin," end quote. And today there were mixed feelings from those who saw the midnight premiere last night right here in the borderland.
I really liked it. It followed the book very well.
It's getting too intense, yeah. For a bunch of people. I mean, for all ages.
So as you can see, there are a lot of mixed reactions from both sides of the debate, saying that it's too abusive, and some saying it wasn't rough enough. The theater wasn't matched to the book. But the real question is, ladies, are you going to see it this weekend?
No.
Nope. I have other plans.
Yeah, we have other plans.
I have a lot of friends who are going, though.
Yeah.
I do.
Okay. Thank you.
Putting us on the spot there. Okay, of course, this story has a lot of people talking on social media.
Happening now on our Facebook page, Jessica tells us it's a fictional book with fictional characters turned into a movie, like Hunger Games or like a bunch of Stephen King books. Some folks need to lighten up.
And Eliza Marie says, "I am a Catholic and have just started the third book. They can be graphic, but truly this is a love story, not a promotion of pornography."
Ramon disagrees. He writes, "The book is porn. My opinion. I'm with the bishop."
So it's not too late to tell us what you think. Just head on over to our Facebook page, KVIA.com. Let us know what you think.
And now it's time to take a look at those TxDOT traffic cameras. Looking over at US 54 and Trans Mountain in northeast El Paso, you can see that traffic is starting to pick up slightly. No problems to report at this time. We'll keep an eye on the roads for you.
Well, could we soon see guns on college campuses here in Texas?
After an 8-hour meeting, the state Senate has passed a bill that would allow that. The details later in the show.
And it's Congenital Heart Disease Awareness Week. We meet a young boy who is channeling his inner superhero to overcome his heart defects.
And what can we expect weather-wise this Valentine's weekend? Meteorologist Crystal Clyde standing by. Crystal.
Well, it's funny you ask. We've got your future track model. We're going to roll through the hours of your Saturday. It's coming up after your break.
Thanks, Crystal. This is ABC 7, where news comes first.